Look at your state in life, and then look at this book, this awesome book, and find out what part of Jesus' life are you called to follow. It's in here. If you do not imitate Jesus in your state of life, no one will take your place. In heaven it shall be empty forever.
She used her voice to fulfill a promise she made to God. Mother Angelica, the foundress of EWTN, started this network 40 years ago this week with a desire to share the Catholic faith. Her strong faith was certainly needed, as she had no real budget for creating a network. She slowly built it starting in 1981 with $200, converting a monastery garage into a television studio. From humble beginnings, we celebrate an anniversary. The Eternal Word television network went live 40 years ago this week. And thanks to Mother Angelica's initiative, hard work, and prayers, as well as financial support from donors and, of course, divine intervention. EWTN is now the largest religious media network in the world, with 11 networks broadcast in multiple languages to more than 310 million television households in more than 145 countries and territories. EWTN can be found in broadcast television, radio, electronic and print news services, 2 global wire services, as well as a publishing arm.
As I go about the country and have traveled around the world for the network, it's amazing to me to meet so many people from so many places and so many different stories who've all been impacted by EWTN.
The president and CEO of EWTN, Michael Warsaw, is carrying on the mission of Mother Angelica, helping to lead the network into the future and continuing to spread the word of God on media platforms throughout the world. And now another familiar face well known to EWTN viewers tells us what it was like at the beginning. Reporter Mark Irons has the story.
You follow the Lord, you're in for an adventure, right? And that's what this has been, just a wonderful adventure.
Mother Angelica presents.
For almost as long as EWTN has been broadcasting, Father Joseph Mary Wolfe has been serving the network and its worldwide audience. But before becoming a priest, he recalls first being a viewer.
Hi.
Where I came across this nun on television I had never seen before.
He was working in Iowa at the time as an engineer. The network was in its early days and having its fair share of technical difficulties. EWTN foundress Mother Angelica made an appeal over the airwaves that spoke to him.
Mother said, as you can tell, we need an engineer. So if you're an engineer, you want to come help us, come help us.
He did. In the mid-'80s, Wolfe began work as a new hire at EWTN.
This was just woods at the time.
A TV engineer, he would help with the installation of a new studio.
And we still had to put the lights up.
As he continued to grow deeper in his own spiritual life.
I began to go to daily mass. I began to go to adoration.
The network did a profile of him in those early days.
I've learned so much more about my Catholic faith since I've been here.
Eventually, Wolfe thought his time of service was over.
And I actually planned to return back to Iowa, but then Mother makes an announcement that she's going to start a men's community.
Mother Angelica was forming a Franciscan order of men to provide spiritual support to the network. And this TV engineer felt God was calling him to the priesthood. He was eventually ordained a Franciscan missionary of the Eternal Word.
Eternal Word Television Network.
Father Joseph still finds enrichment through the network that called to him years ago.
I still watch programs on EWTN because I still want my soul to be fed. I still want to learn more. I'm still hungry to know the Lord.
He now looks back to the beginning, when Mother Angelica's vision for a Catholic TV network was still sharpening into focus.
I was part of something that was so big you didn't know it at the time.
And trust in Christ continues to guide him.
That's the thing. You follow the Lord, you're going to do things beyond what you had ever imagined. Because He's going to take the natural gifts that you may have, but He's going to enrich them with supernatural gifts. So you're going to do things beyond what you had ever hoped or imagined.
Mark Irons, EWTN News in depth.
We're very grateful for the countless viewers who've supported EWTN over these 40 years, so we were curious to know how long EWTN viewers have been watching. Our recent online poll indicated that about 7% of our viewers just discovered EWTN. 43% of you have been fans for about 10 years, and nearly 25% for 10 to 20 years. And 24% of you, our most loyal fans, have stayed with us from 20 to 40 years, since the launch of the network. I'm sure all of you remember Mother Angelica very well. As part of the 40th anniversary, EWTN presented the first annual Mother Angelica Award this past weekend to retired Archbishop Charles Chaput, a friend and champion of Mother Angelica's mission. The Archbishop served for 25 years on the board of EWTN, is the author of 5 books and countless other writings which have provided faithful teaching on Catholicism and inspired the laity. The award is given to those who have devoted their lives in service to the Church, particularly to the service of evangelization, just as Mother Angelica did. Don't miss the celebration ceremony available on EWTN's YouTube page and network, or you'll miss hearing Archbishop Chaput coin the phrase religious feminist. Our congratulations to Archbishop Chaput, richly deserved.